Oh, ho, ho. Hello, everybody. Some people call me Father Christmas, others Santa Claus, but everybody knows that I come from cold, cold lands from the north. And my name is Santa Claus or Father Christmas. Also, everybody knows that I travel in a sleigh, but not on this sleigh, because this is a one-horse open sleigh, and my sleigh is a little bit different, and it's going to come up pretty soon. My sleigh is pulled by 8 reindeer, okay, and this is going to be one of them, and the names are Dancer, Prancer, Cupid, Comet, Donner, and Blitzen, and this one is, right, this beautiful here is called Dancer. This is a very, very nice reindeer. And usually kids write me letters, and this is one of them. It says, Santa Claus, the North Pole. It's pretty easy to write a letter to me. You don't need an area code. You don't need a stamp. You just write a letter to me, and I'm going to receive it. Have you ever written a letter to me? Would you put up your hand if you have ever written a letter to me? Wow, excellent. Marton. Your name is Marton, right? Yes. I know all the names in the world. Marton.
Yes, you know, I have written only once to you, and I told you that I had been a good child, and I would like to have huge bars of chocolate.
And did you get it?
Yes.
Good, thank you very much. Matti, have you ever written a letter to
Yeah, every year. I write him every year. And when I didn't know the way of the presents, the really way of the presents, during my presents, my parents, so, but after it, I continued it because it's a good game, I think.
Right, so still you write letters to Santa Claus. It's very nice. Here you can see this bag, interesting bag, with lots of presents. I've brought you lots of presents. I can give you a present if you can answer one question, but you must be honest. You mustn't lie to me, because if you lie to me, my assistant, and I'm going to show it to you, the bogeyman, like this way, okay. The bogeyman will punish you. And you can see my assistant here, right here, and he's got the birch in his hand. So if you lie to me, he'll punish you. Would you try to look menacingly and frighteningly, John, would you?
I'll do my best.
All right. So here are the questions. Your name is Agnes, right? Answer this question. Have you done all your homework this year?
No.
Oh. Benzer, your name is Benzer, right?
Yes, you're right.
Have you been nice to your parents all the time?
I think so.
Good, good boy. Oh, ho, ho, Vati at the back. Have you lied to anybody, like a girl?
For a girl?
Have you lied?
Never. Yes.
Okay. Anna, is that your name, Anna?
Yeah.
Right. Have you read all the sad books like Balzac, Stendhal, Victor Hugo,
Yeah.
Dostoevsky?
Yeah, really.
Oh, good. Marton, have you been nice to your teachers?
Of course.
Good. You've been honest, so I think you've deserved your presents. And I'm going to ask my assistant, the bogeyman, to help me a little. So, here we go. Right. Benzer.
Thank you very much.
Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome.
And I think it's high time I became a teacher again. So look at this.
Oh, you are Victor.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
It's a difficult job, I must say. Right. So, today's special guest is Mr. John Taylor from England. And I must ask you, do you have the same traditions, customs like bogeyman and Father Christmas comes on the 5th of December? So what's the story back in Great Britain?
I think there are some similarities, but obviously some differences as well. Bogeyman exists in our culture, but not a Christmas speciality, I don't think. So we have Santa Claus or Father Christmas, and he doesn't come on the 5th or the 6th, he comes on the 24th evening, called Christmas Eve. And he'll bring the presents for Christmas morning, which is the 25th, of course.
What about this?
This is too small for me, I'll never get it on. Yes, the idea of a stocking is traditional. I think traditionally children would put this maybe on the edge of their bed, or maybe pin it to the mantelpiece, you know, with a fireplace, because you know Santa Claus has got to get down that chimney, and the fire's still burning, of course, and somehow get the presents into the stocking. This, however, is much too small. When I was a child, we had a pillowcase. You know, a pillow, nice big pillows. We had a big pillowcase, which was much better, I think. You can get more into it.
And when did you open your presents?
Well, some looking really a long way back. I'd say sometime about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right. What about the parents? They weren't very happy.
They weren't too happy. When you
4
became
o'clock in the morning.
Yes, when you became a teenager, you'd probably be asked to wait until after lunch, you know, and they'd be round the tree by then, you know. But being a little kid was more fun.
Thank you very much, John. And you can see a fantastic picture here. You can see an American Santa Claus here, right? And a little boy. And I wonder if you recognize this film. If you do, would you put up your hand? Matyi, Bence, what is this film?
Yes, I know only the Hungarian.
Say it in Hungarian.
Reszkesetek betörök.
Home Alone, in English. Home Alone. And do you remember what this little boy asks for as a present? Anna.
Yeah, I think he would like to meet his family. Yeah, because he is alone, as he said.
He's home alone, the family has left, and all he wants this Christmas is his family back. Nothing else, no toys, just his family back. Christmas is coming pretty soon. So what would you like to have for Christmas? Have you thought of this, Agnes?
My only wish is to pass my German exam, and that would be it.
With your German exam?
Yeah.
Nice present. Bence?
To be honest, I usually not able to make up my mind what I really want to get, and if I should choose now, I would go for some books or CDs which may help me to be admitted to university.
Do you have a specific book in mind? The title? Or
yes,
a specific CD?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a preparatory CD for the university in history.
Yeah, fantastic book. Thank you. Anna.
I lead a healthy lifestyle, so I would like to get a special mattress, which is healthy for my skeleton.
A mattress? A huge mattress?
Yeah, to my bed.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes, but I think...
Have you told that to your parents?
Yes, but I'm afraid because it's quite expensive, so...
So you might not get it.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be very, very disappointed, right? Martin, what about you?
Well, I usually don't tell my my wishes for Christmas presents to my parents.
And do you have anything at the back of your mind?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It will be a surprise.
Yeah, it will. Definitely will. Matyi, what about you?
I started to write the letters, so I tell you, I would like a Lego, car with remote control, cool shoes, trendy clothes, computer games, matchbox and a basketball. Nothing else.
Nice list. Nice list. Okay. And what about you, John? Would you like to get anything for Christmas?
I think a rest would be nice.
A long rest?
Oh, just a rest would be good, I think.
Right.
Yes.
I think we're going to rest a little right now, because there are going to be a couple of words on the board, and I think it's high time I said that John is not only a fellow teacher of mine, so he's an English teacher. I'm a Hungarian English teacher, but he's an English teacher. but he can play the piano. And that's what we're going to do now. He's going to play the piano. I'm going to sing. No, the first song we're going to sing, the first song together. And as you can see, there are a couple of gaps here. And I wonder if you can fill in the gaps. So, John, over to the piano.
Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Whew, thank you very much. Would you put up your hand if you... Okay, come back, John. Do sit down. And put up your hand if you could catch all the words. Anna, would you try to read out the first verse with the words?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
Sleigh bells in the snow. Excellent. How about the second? Agnes?
Yeah. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be bright. No.
May your days be...
Merry.
Say it again.
Merry.
Merry and...
Merry and bright. And may all your Christmases be white.
Excellent. Okay, everybody knows Jingle Bells, so that's why we thought it might be a good idea, just for a change. It is very, very popular in Great Britain and in the United States, right? This White Christmas.
It's well known, yes.
Yeah, I think everybody knows this, but here in Hungary, have you ever heard this song before?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. You're going to see another fantastic picture from the same film, and it's going to be Macaulay Culkin. You remember this scene? What is Macaulay Culkin doing? What's happening in the picture? Bence.
I think he's having a bath in the bathroom, and the hotel man is holding to him some food or drink, and he doesn't want to be discovered.
Yeah. Mochi doesn't seem to agree.
I think he used his father's aftershave and
yeah, and he's got very sensitive skin. I mean, he's a young boy, and he's putting on some aftershave. And can you hear the sound he's making? Look at this face, right? And now there are going to be 4 words on the board, and I would like you to help me a little, okay? And I would like you, John, to read out the words, please.
Yelp, moan, roar, and scream.
Okay. Which one refers to a long, deep sound? Just one of them. Which one? Agnes?
It's roar.
Roar. Excellent. Which one refers to a long, low, deep sound? Agnes, would you try it?
I guess it's a scream, maybe.
Long, low, deep sound.
Oh.
Bence?
It can be a moan.
Moan. a long, high sound. Long, short, high sound. Marco?
Maybe a scream.
Scream. And a short, high sound. A short one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
excellent.
the last part.
Good. You're very clever. Now, how did you know this? Because these words are, and it's going to come up here, onomatopoeic words. Formation of words that are like natural sounds. Everybody please, onomatopoeic.
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 Right. Which one do you think Kevin was doing in the film? He was putting on some aftershave. Which one do you think he was doing?
Maybe a roar.
Roaring? Roaring. It's a deep sound. Do you think so? Are you absolutely sure about that?
He's a teenager, so it can be screaming.
You agree with screaming?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. John, could you help me with this yelp? So could you give me an example?
We were talking the other day, weren't we? And you mentioned this: if you stepped on a dog's tail, for example, the noise you'd expect to hear, I think, would be a yelp.
Can you hear this sound? You step on a dog's tail. Well, thank you, Marty. Excellent. Excellent. We were talking about the dog, but excellent.
Okay.
Right. And the next one, moan.
Yes, moan is often complaining, but also when you're feeling very, very either in pain or feeling very low, or if you imagine a corpse, you know, like a dead body suddenly waking up, what would they say? How would they speak? You know, it is.
Can you produce a moaning sound when you have stomach ache? Martin, would you produce a moaning sound?
Mm.
Excellent. Roar.
Roar could be the noise a lion would make, a motorbike, for example, going down the road, accelerating, and so on, that sort of thing.
With a big
engines.
Can you mention an animal that roars?
Lion, I mentioned.
You mentioned, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And,
yeah. Martin, again, it's your turn. You are the special sound effect, so.
Very good.
Excellent. And the last one is scream.
Well, again, there's usually in shock or terror or some frightening thing happens, or you see something you're scared of. Typically, a mouse, for example, might make someone scream. Yeah. Perhaps.
Martin?
Maybe Anne would be better.
All right. So Kevin McCartney was screaming when putting on some aftershave. John, I've already mentioned that you are a teacher and you've been teaching in Hungary. Where exactly?
I've been teaching for the British Council for 2 years, and just this last term I set up my own little school. I've called it the English Academy. And it's been a lot of fun. Very hard work, but very, very nice students. I teach adults. It's on the Teres Kurut, just by Octagon.
Just adults or kids too?
At the moment, it's just adults. I have 1 or 2 teenage students.
Yeah, and I've heard somewhere that you've got a social club. What does that mean?
That's right. Well, we've been to the theatre twice, English-speaking theatre, the Merlin Theatre. And we've been bowling. We've been to a pub to see a band who sings, you know, English
Yeah, and who can join this social club?
Well, almost anyone can. But my students, it's obviously free for them, and they're the ones who usually come. But they bring friends, and they bring partners, and that sort of thing.
Right.
So
this is going to be a special surprise for you.
Oh.
And your job is going to be to try and memorize these questions. So there's going to be 1 question for each of you. You've got to read it, memorize it, and then turn to John and ask that question. Okay? This one's for you. Memorize it quickly. This one's for you. Maki, try and do your best, please. This is for you. This one's for you. Okay. Have you memorized them? Okay. Turn face down, and Agnes, turn to John and ask this question.
Well, the question was, if you have ever been, if you have ever flown to a volcanic crater by a helicopter, why and when?
I have flown into a volcanic crater, yes. It was in the United States, in Mount St. Helens, about 8 years after it erupted. And there were helicopter trips you could go into the steaming crater.
Trips? Really?
Yeah.
Was it frightening?
No, it was fun.
Bente?
Have you ever been up in a balloon?
I have actually, yes. That was in Australia, in the centre, in the Red Desert area.
And when?
Yes, at dawn. It was a number of years ago, about 10 years ago. Yeah.
Maki?
Have you ever swum with crocodiles? Where and when?
In Australia, again, I swam in fresh water, and I didn't know there were crocodiles there. But they were freshwater crocodiles. They're quite short, people tell me. So I found out afterwards, and they're apparently quite safe.
Good, very, very interesting things. Anna.
Okay, have you ever camped in bear country?
I have camped in bear country. That was in the States again, and also in Canada. And you have to wear a bell, you know, when you're walking about, a little bell on your foot or something, so that the bears will disappear. So luckily I didn't see one bear, which was great, because I didn't want to.
And Martin?
And do you play the piano in cafes or bars, and why?
Funny you should say that. I do, yes. Why do I do it? Because I enjoy it, yes. Sometimes, yes, sometimes.
But this is basically for enjoyment, for fun.
It's a hobby, but I do have some regular little spots now and again.
An English teacher, teaching English from 9 to 5, and then at night playing the piano. Fantastic, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to... Oh, why don't you try and open up your presents? Just quickly, quickly. Can you hear the sound? Stop. Would you stop doing that? Would you stop doing that? Have you ever been to the theater or to the opera when someone has started opening up their presents or sweets? We are going to watch a scene like this pretty soon. Group 1, what's the woman doing? Group 2, what's the man doing? Would you roll the tape, please?
Madam, your hat.
Oh, it's you. No! Right. Bente. So what was the woman doing?
The madam is wearing a very large hat, which is not very good for the man behind her.
Yeah, so the lady was wearing this sort of huge hat, blocking the view. And what was the man saying? Anna, please.
I think he would like to look over the woman's shoulders, because it's a Western film or some kind of that, and just he would like to see the film.
Yeah, and is it very polite to tap on someone else's shoulder saying, "Madam, would you mind, madam, your hat"? Is it polite to do it in England?
In England, I think so. I think it's acceptable.
Right, okay. We're going to have a couple of words here. You can see them on the board. Again, would you help me, please? Reading out those words, John.
Slurp, rustle, sniff, chomp, and click.
Okay. Would you help me with this word, slurp? But you shouldn't do it. You just say it very quickly, what it means. Slurp.
Taking in liquid and air at the same time, usually while drinking.
Who's got this word? Would you do it? It's really disgusting, isn't it? But the second one, rustle.
Movement of paper or leaves in a breeze, or maybe rubbing together.
Who's got this word? Would you rustle your paper over there? Would you rustle it?
Probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it, do it. Yeah, do it. Rustling, excellent. The next one.
Click, fairly high-pitched sound, maybe of plastic on plastic or metal on metal, short, under pressure maybe.
Who's got this word? Would you click your pen? Do it, do it. Keep on doing it. When you write an exam, it's terrible, isn't it? The next one is?
Chomp.
Chomp.
Think of a horse eating an apple, for example. Open mouth, heavy teeth action.
Marty, you've got the word?
Yeah, I got
Would you chomp a slice of pizza? Ah, that's terrible. And the last one is? Yeah.
Sniff. Using the nose to investigate, maybe taking in aromas, smells.
Would you sniff, please? Okay, thank you very much. So we've learned a couple of onomatopoeia words. And John, if you don't mind, would you please go to the piano and play the ragtime thing? And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. See you next week. And it's going to be, again, something interesting, going to be about some other topic, and it's going to be the ragtime. Shoot. Thank you very much.